It is Rebecca Skillen. This is CC Cycle 2, Week 3. And no, your eyes are not deceiving you. I have recorded 2 videos in one day. So there's a couple things about Week 3 that I wanted to get out sooner than later, and I had time, so I'm doing them now. And if I can keep this pace up, great. We will still be meeting for General Assembly, ideally 0900, and I do want to come together as kind of a devotional beginning of the day. We'll review or listen to some more of Genesis 1 through 27, cover some important dates that are coming up on band. Just make sure that you're referencing your band calendar for the things that are coming up. Picture Day is September 13th, unless that changes with our photographer. So September 13th and October 4th. And family presentations will be announced of who's next. We'll have prayer, dismissal, and call it good. So Week 3, we're going to start with our expectations. Expectations, God loves me, and in Him I'm a new creation. I am kind and I am an encourager. My mouth speaks kind words, my heart obeys and does what is right. My mind is smart and I love to learn. I will do my best. Okay, so when we are dismissed to the rooms, obviously every tutor does whatever works for her classroom. Doing geography first always worked best last year for my classroom. So that's what I'm going to do first because I'm getting back into this routine. One thing that I will want to make note of is I believe the placemats are as accurate as we can be, to my knowledge. However, this is when it's really good to have the second printing, or at least reference the second printing, or make sure that you know the erratas or the errors in the first printing versus the second printing. Not as much in geography for Week 3 as much as it is for Week 4. I think someone just pulled into my driveway and I'm not sure what happened. Or that's my dog. So Week 3, math facts, we're doing 5s and 6s. 5s is a really easy chant, 5, 10, 15, 20, you know, however you want to do it. 6s, you can skip count the song. Obviously, if you're journeyman ladies or masters, make sure that you're doing the multiplication facts there. This is our new Latin for the next 2 weeks. Bomba spot, bomba spata spunt, bomba spot, bomba spunta spunt. First conjugation, imperfect tense. There's some really great memory tricks of how to kind of remember perfect, imperfect, future, and pluperfect and all of that. Present, imperfect, future, perfect, and pluperfect. And I think there's one more after that. Future perfect. So I will link that to another CC tutor who did a really great visual on how to keep all of them straight. But again, singing it twice gets you 6 times in. So if you present it once, have them attend and listen, and then sing the song twice, you have got it good to go. Whether you're tossing a beanbag back and forth, whether half of the group's saying the English and then half of the group is saying the Latin, and then you swap, whether you're doing hot and cold, lots of ideas of kind of how to incorporate and have fun with the memory work. Science, what are 3 types of consumers? 3 types of consumers are, my daughter has a video of this, but hopping like a bunny, so herbivore, and then she did a T-Rex. Carnivore, omnivore, and point to ourselves because we're supposed to eat our green veggies and we eat protein. So pronoun order, got pronoun order, got pronoun order, and stop. Pronoun order, got pronoun order, got pronoun order, and stop. We got first person singular, second person singular, third person singular, stop. We got first person plural, second person plural, third person plural, and stop. Pronoun order, got pronoun order, got pronoun order and stop. Pronoun order, got pronoun order, got pronoun order and stop. We got first person singular, second person singular, third person singular, stop. We got first person plural, second person plural, third person plural, and stop. And that's pronoun order. If you are doing essentials or you want to make the connection to essentials, we are walking through the pronoun chart, and I couldn't tell you which chart it is right now because I just thought of that. But if you're in essentials, check out the pronoun memory chart because that's what we're walking through, okay, for pronouns right now. Tell me about the Crusades. There's some great hand motions if you want to do them. Hi, puppy. Tell me about the Crusades. My daughter came, it's just silly. But Richard the Lion-Hearted, son of Eleanor of Aquitaine, fought the Turks for Jerusalem. During the time, this is a sign language for war, of the Crusades, from 1091 to 1095 to 1291. Okay. I said I was going to do geography first, and then I didn't do geography first because I don't have a classroom in front of me with my maps in front of me. For geography, we're doing Western European countries. If you are a tutor in my community and you're listening to our geography file, this one's different as well. This is one that my daughter and I learned in her class 4 years ago. Well, whatever 2019 was, whatever you're counting. Ireland, England, Portugal, 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 Ireland, England, Portugal, Spain, and France. Ireland, England, Portugal, 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 Ireland, England, Portugal, Spain, and France. That's what we did for Western European countries. Timeline, again, have fun with it. They don't need to know what those events are. That is for mom and dad to go over. They are just getting them in order. Okay. Hi, baby, I know. So that is timeline. For fine arts, you're doing upside. Hi, you need to get off. For art, you are doing upside down image, and there are references to that on page 83 in your book. Some people hide the image. I've never been an advocate of hiding the image. The whole point is seeing what you see. So I show them the image upside down. And the last few years, I have incorporated it into sometimes when we're overwhelmed in a situation, we need to look at it from a different perspective. If it's hard to see something or you just want to have a different perspective of it, turn it upside down, look at it from a different angle. Maybe you can see the elements of shape of a particular drawing better or differently if you flip your brain around and make sure that you're not looking at what you see, but seeing what you see. So I am not an advocate for covering it up. I am an advocate for showing them the object, whatever you're going to demonstrate and model drawing for them, and flipping it upside down and saying, now what do you see? What elements of shape do you see? Up this way it looked like a castle, or it looked like a shield, or it looked like, whatever. But flipping it upside down, now what elements of shape do you see? And I think it's an art with Allie that really hit that home for me. If I can find it, I'll link it either in the description or the comments so you can look at it there. But really, I have in here in handwritten notes, draw what is seen instead of what is thought. So the whole idea is seeing the elements of shape, not what you actually see. So again, the fine arts is set up to have the core habits of learning. The tools for learning are set up to walk you through the whole thing. So I really encourage you to read your guide when you prep for fine arts. For week 3, hands-on science, it is see-through. There have been some edits to this. I'm looking for my, there. There have been some edits by the actual author, Van Cleves, to our week 3 science see-through. Because Saturn's rings are not lines, they are, it's dust particles, not dust, but rocks and all of that kind of stuff. It's not rings. They look like rings because of how fast it's going. So one of the ideas that has been taught, that has been told by Van Cleves herself, is to do dots, I think, or maybe I don't know. I posted it on a band in our tutor group for our personal community tutor group of ideas for week 3 science. But one of the suggestions is, instead of drawing solid lines, do dots. And in essence, then it doesn't have to be the straightest line or anything. It can be like these little dots. So when you spin it, what do you see? You see lines. But when you stop, what do you see? You see the dots that represent what the rings of Saturn actually are made of. They're not made of a straight line. So that might be something you decide if you are going to use the cardstock that's in there and pre-cut, or if you are going to have your kids in your class do the whole project during that 30 minutes. You decide what you want to do. If you want to do any pre-work, do pre-work. If you don't, don't. But all of your supplies should be in your science bin for you. Not supplied glue or scissors. There is glue and there are scissors in your tutor bins. So there we go there. The cardstock that you need for this science project is in your paper supply of your science bin. So if you have any questions, check in with me. You can also decide, especially in the younger classes, do you want to do this as a group activity or do you want to do it as a demonstration? You decide, you're the tutor, okay? So that is that. We've done hands-on fine arts. See-through hands-on science experience is science experiment number 9 on page 6. And for review, it talks about, in the tutor suggestion, it talks about playing 4 corners. It says when all the kids are settled in a corner, call out the number from 1 through 4. All the kids who choose the correct corner are out of the game and must sit down. You decide if that's right for your class. I feel like that encourages kids not to participate in memory review. So I would not do that. However, if you feel like your kids are in a competitive mindset that they are capable of that, I mean, go ahead, but it's not my cup of tea. But some kids may enjoy losing and still participating in memory review, but I feel like anything that calls a kid out messes up the brain function of memory. So I think that is everything. And if there's anything I missed, let me know. Talk to you later. And may all your thoughts be replaced with timeline lyrics.